like this song. Yashika. That was a good song.
And the voice will be very low. I would actually enjoy singing this.
Hello, welcome to the King's Full podcast, and where we explore the fascinating experiences of our guests. And today I'm being joined by my big brother. And by the way, everyone I invite over is my big brother. And all big sisters as well. So I have an incredible guest here with me, Tatenda Kuzwida. So I will leave him to introduce himself. He knows himself better. And I might be unworthy, to introduce him. So I will leave this time to him to introduce himself.
Okay. Thank you so much for your kind words. Hello everyone. My name is Tatenda Kuzwida. I'm a medical student, a 5th year medical student at the University of Zimbabwe, and I'm Wesly's older brother. So my age, whatever it is, I'm older than this young baby. Our first encounter, we met at a Zunde.
Was it our first encounter then?
No.
We had met several times on campus, but
yes. The friendship.
Yes.
Bloomed when we were at the Zunde.
Yes.
What else about me? I love a lot of things, as I was telling Peace. I love music a lot, and I love studying the Word of God, and I love teaching about it. Come from a family of 3. I have 2 siblings. One is older and the other one is younger.
The middle child.
The middle child.
The middle child.
Yes, that's me right here.
The middle child.
With a lot of resentments from not getting proper attention.
Proper.
You don't get it when you're a middle child.
Really?
You don't get it.
But I thought, in Africa, you won't get proper attention, but
you get it until the last born is born, and they now have to take care of you.
Okay.
It's now gone when you need it the most.
All right, yeah, I understand.
And, I think that's basically me in a nutshell.
Okay, that's good. And
I'm so excited to be here.
Wow,
Very
that's
honored
good.
to be here.
That's good.
So,
I'm happy that you are happy to be here, because it's such a small thing, and sometimes you think your guests are irritated, but if you feel good to be here, then I'm happy. So you mentioned something about being a medical student, and you started this thing here at UZ. What was high school like, projecting on your program at UZ?
So I learned at Harare High, and it was a very competitive.
It was.
It still is.
Okay.
But me referencing to it now, it's in the past.
Yeah.
So A level, So I was the overall best O level.
That's good.
So I did my A level with a lot of competition behind me, because everyone just wanted to be the best.
Yes.
So it was assumed knowledge that if you get very good grades, you need to do medicine or engineering. But me I already loved the medical side of things. Also, I thought I did until I started learning. Then I realized, wow, there's still a lot of things. I saw what I defined as medicine was not even medicine. Exactly. But so when I received my O-level results, I think it was automatic that I had to go for medicine. But also I loved it so much. So just hoping for the best, because competition was very tight to get the place. But the Lord intervened. As always, He always has a plan.
Yes.
I'm remembering when we got our responses for the places, they delayed than usual, because that's when they were creating a new system, and I think they extended by 3 months, and everyone was thinking maybe we have all missed a place. And that was a really trying time for the faith, because and I was not so sure what's gonna be the next plan, what's gonna be the next move. Okay, I've done everything right. What's next? But the Lord, I think the Lord was trying to teach us, or me personally, something: patience, and just to trust His providence. And He came through. So coming here, it was starting medical school. It was on a background of a faded dream, something that was fading. You're not so sure now whether it's gonna happen or not. That was because already some alternatives were already made. That I think I'm gonna do this, or maybe I'm gonna do this. Next year I'm gonna reapply and all that. But
so just a little bit on the faded dream statement you made. I'm thinking right now. What was your maybe second option? Plan B.
I wanted to do engineering, but I had no idea which one. It was really not the passion. It was now just trying to have a career so that you make ends meet. But what I really loved was medicine. And pharmacy was also in the plans.
Okay.
I'm sure it's everyone's second plan.
Yeah. So I've been through A level myself, and maybe I never had that maybe period of uncertainty of whether I'm going to do this or this. I just ignorantly waited for my acceptance. You know that. So what did it do to your view of life? Maybe facing life's uncertainties or something like that. Because when you found out, I'm actually going to do this, but it was delayed now. What do you think you were?
So I remember the time I received my admission letter. They didn't even write medicine. It was written by medical sciences, and I had no idea what that is.
What medical sciences are?
So now in my head I was saying, okay, at least I've gotten a place to choose it.
Yeah.
And I had a friend who's a senior, and I showed him. So this is what I got. Then he already knew now what it was. He said, congratulations.
For what?
He said, now this is the new program. You start with this one, then you continue process.
Okay.
So it's taught me that life, you're not always going to get things your way at the time you're expecting it. But if you're patient enough, you get it.
It's not always black and white.
There's a whole shade of colors there. It's a whole spectrum of colors there, and you just have to expect whatever it is. But now for me, it made me trust in God that whatever He's planning, this is the best for me.
Yeah, really. Haven't we all been through uncertain times? And when we pass through those, I think it's more trust.
Very true, and it would be a terrible loss if you don't learn the lesson, because you're gonna have to go through it again.
But does it happen with I might not learn the lesson?
Maybe sometimes we learn the lessons God does not intend us to learn.
Like what?
I don't know. Maybe we focus too much on the hardship and not on His hand. So you see from the experience, what did you learn? Life is hard. The lesson was not about life. The lesson was about how big God is. So oftentimes God is going to throw another series of experiences that are going to make us realize that He's big and He's interested in working big things in our lives. So for me, what I learned was no matter how unworthy or undeserving sometimes I am of His grace, He still has a purpose and a plan for my life.
On that note, I don't remember you telling me you were ever in race.
No, I was not in race.
You were always coming from home.
I was always coming from
How was that? Like, alright, I'm from Harare. So I've always wanted race. Yeah, so how was it for you? You're a medical student. I know most medical students stay like they fight for it, they want it. Why in Istanbul is so much concern about it?
So the reason why we would want to raise is because you then get more time to study. But when I've realized, I've learned to learn and to make use of what's available. When I learned that raise was never going to be an option all the time for everyone,
yes,
I took the worst possibility and I started planning on that. So whether I was going to cry or not, there was not going to be raise. So what I did was I had to make use of my time well.
Yes.
When I'm here at school, I am having my discussions with friends or I'm studying. As soon as I get home, I just have my supper. I usually midweek I'll be in my room, I'll be studying. And Friday Eve and Saturday usually that's when I get to spend time with my family. And so it becomes a routine. And with consistency, I have been okay academically.
Yeah, because right now you're in part 5. And no one just gets there like that, just like that.
Yeah, it's a journey of twists and turns, ups and downs.
Yeah, that's part 5. Wow. Yeah, that's good.
But good. I think I wouldn't lie, it would have been very convenient and easy if I could get a residency at school.
Oh.
It would have been, but the situation is not so bad. It's not so bad because from starting part 3 I was now learning at Farina and the hospital.
Yes.
So this means the movements were a bit reduced. Yes. So yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's good. So you mentioned about your family, you have the second of 3.
Yes.
How has that been? I mean, like I was telling you before, I really appreciate that you come from a good family. From what I see from a distance, I haven't been there firsthand, but from what I see from a distance, I really appreciate where you come from. Oh, yes, I might be over enthusiastic about what I'm saying, but
you're there.
Yeah, I'm there, and I see what it has done for you and how you relate to me as a friend and to everyone else I see you relating to. What do you think coming from a family like that has made you to be?
So I have 2 siblings, one older brother and one little sister. Because I would spend so much time reading and studying at home.
Yeah, a dog, what else? We don't want to. I didn't know what it was.
You're right. I inevitably ended up spending more time with my siblings at home.
Yes.
And I really thank the Lord for them. We've become friends more than just the expected siblings.
Yeah.
So my brother is my best friend and my little sister is my second best friend. Because I don't know how it happens,
yes.
But yeah. But they have supported and they've loved without any hidden agenda. And that alone, it's, the social support they give, it's, you want to not disappoint them.
Yes.
They put so much trust in you and so much faith in your ability. Sometimes you yourself, you haven't even recognized, and that alone has been a huge blessing. And I also thank God for godly parents. Growing up, they always made it seem so beautiful to love the Lord. And that alone, it made the choices very easy and limited. I knew that whatever decision I was going to make, it had to be, and it had to show that I love the Lord.
That's good. That's good. And besides their impact on you, what else do you think your neighbors, the society around you, has learned from how you guys conduct? Because I know where you stay, maybe you have close neighbors.
Yeah, we have close
Yes,
neighbors.
Man will comment away.
They do. So usually what stands out the most is the relationship between the siblings.
Yes.
So sometimes we just go out for walks as siblings, and it's so
That's beautiful.
unheard of.
Yeah, it's
So they
unheard of.
say, how is this possible that siblings you're having so much that kind of fun and intimacy? And I think they've really recommended it. I don't know if it's the right word, but it's something that they admire so much, and I wouldn't know what else they would say to my parents, but whenever we are around and they are talking, it's something that is good.
Yeah, that's good. And so we move from your family. Obviously, they've encouraged you to do your schoolwork, and maybe they've motivated you in terms of doing well in school. Yeah, I know they have. But when you came here now, you're not spending much time with them. You're with your friends.
Newly found friends.
Yeah, newly found friends. I remember when I was in one piece. I think I told you this. And Mobi. I told Mobi this. I stayed with a friend, not a friend, but a roommate. He had other two friends.
Okay.
So he always mentioned this every Friday night. Because running about my father. So he always said, "Room boy, I'm the type of friend whom your mother said to start up in."
And you knew it.
He knew it. He always told me that. Yeah. So.
Wow.
So he always
And
told me
there's
that.
plenty of such people.
Now the danger is some of them don't say it. They just know they are bad friends.
Or
And
they
try
don't even recognize
they
that
don't
their
even recognize
influence
it.
is dangerous. to
Yes,
someone.
exactly. So this guy, I got actually that guy Friday night, because he knew tomorrow I'm going to church and he won't be there.
Okay.
But what I appreciated from him was he respected my privacy
That is good.
in terms of doing his stuff. So I never got to some pushes on.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, no,
That's
yeah.
good.
So friends, yeah, I know you guys have made sense. You are serious guys in school in terms of with life generally. You are usually serious, but your friends.
So it was. I'm not sure whether it's unfortunate or fortunate. I think how the story turns out, it will distinguish which is which.
Yes.
But the time we came here at school, it was during the lockdown.
Oh, I
It was,
remember.
yeah, that was in 2020.
You are R20.
R20, yes.
Oh.
So school, the social life of the university was not as the fancy, free-spirited as it's known.
Okay.
Not now. It has always been like that.
Come on.
It has always been
always
like
been
that.
like that.
Way before we were here, and I'm sure it's gonna be like that even when we leave.
Come on.
But so we would come to school in turns.
Yes.
You come for a certain rotation
Yes.
for the semester. When you're done, you go back home. So most of the times we'll be learning home. So the influence of friends was limited during the first half of the first year.
Yes.
So then we would only have small circles of friends because you only had your classmates there on campus.
Yes.
And fortunate enough, no, this is unfortunate because the church services
Yes.
and the association were not activated because of the lockdown.
Oh, okay.
So it was hard to recognize other Adventists
It's around.
in class, but I managed to see others. So I had friends. They were not Adventists, but they were good Christian friends.
Yeah, that's good.
And the circle was small, and I liked it that way. Then part two now, when the lockdown measures were being reduced and the social distancing was being modified, then we started having association. That's when I realized, there's association. Yeah.
It is church.
Then I was now seeing some classmates.
I didn't
Wait,
review.
we learned together. So automatically they became like brothers,
Yes.
and we now started encouraging each other. Then now we heard about Zunde, because the whole of part 1,
Yes.
we didn't manage to have anything called a Zunde, and we never even knew about it.
Yes.
Then now part 2. That's when I met you. I remember the first time I met you, I was with Bebe.
I'm coming to that.
I'm sorry, I had to preempt it now.
Yes, you can.
I was with Bebe, and
Yes.
we wanted the photo to be taken.
Yes.
That's how much we love just seeing each other at church,
Like-
after we've seen each other in class.
Yes.
And he asked you to take the photo.
Wow,
And
guys.
you were so passionate about that photo. And I was like, this guy, I love his enthusiasm, and automatically I knew you were going to be a good friend.
Oh wow, that's good.
So
I really appreciate. I like really honored.
you are very, very passionate about the things you do, and I love that. Yeah, I think the answer to the question is having people of the same faith in the same place. They are gentle reminders of the morals and values you have taught as you're growing up.
Yes.
And that has been one of the things that has kept me.
That's good. So you mentioned something about having good Christian friends. Maybe some of them are not Adventist, and yes, they are not, but they're good Christian friends. I like that statement because I was in at this campus. I see many denominations. So I challenge thinking, God, if we are serving you alone and we are doing one mission under one master, why are we so many, and why is it sometimes we have the most challenging battles at the chapel than at
anywhere else?
Other organizations which are not
religion related,
religiously affiliated. So I thought to myself, if all of us are in the same mission and then I have to appreciate my next brother who is trying to do this mission for God. Even if I don't hold the same beliefs, we may not understand things the same way, but I appreciate that you are working for the master I am claiming to be working for. So yeah, I like what you said there. It's a good Christian friend. Like Tika focus much more on those the points of agreement that we have, and just
and you mutually respect each other's beliefs.
Wow,
diversity is expected. That's why in the body of Christ, it's different members, but they are all representing the same master. So I think it's
I do appreciate that. So you mentioned the Zunde. So yeah, we met when you mentioned with the you asked for a photo, and I took it so enthusiastically, and you can tell by what he said that I'm so passionate about what I do. Yes, I was, and I'm still, and I hope to be in the future.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but our first Zunde, Tatenda would be like
wait, Rusape. Is it
Rusape or Shinga? No, Rusape. Yeah.
Yes, Rusape.
Tell us one way.
That was midnight. I'm remembering.
After midnight.
Wait, it was in the morning.
In the morning, right? Yeah, I remember.
It was supposed to be a 3-hour drive, but we took the whole night. I'm not remember because we got closer. The bus couldn't reach the school, and gents were asked to offload the bags and walk them to the school. That was around a kilometer distance.
That was uphill.
Yeah, exactly. I'm remembering, and it was dark, and it was showering. And we go there. We haven't slept the whole night because you couldn't properly sleep in the bus. So we were sleepy. I'm remembering. We get there because around 7 now we were to have breakfast.
Those moments are live in my mind right now.
They just came real now as I'm thinking about it. So we're there. I'm remembering photobombing, a photo that was taken, and we slept at 8.
Yes.
Then we were supposed to wake up so that we go and invite the members of the community. And I remember that one very well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just to rewind back
Mhm.
to when we were carrying the luggage.
I'm
up
too
here.
fast.
Yes. No, you're not. You're there.
Mm.
And I remember since it was my first Zunde, and I was invited by someone who maybe said something casual about it.
Okay.
They didn't go into the details. So I went with my best clothes there. And I remember I was wearing my white tennis shoes.
Oh.
All-Star, in the roots.
Very inappropriate.
So they were very, very inappropriate. And I realized that when we were done with the luggage now, when I looked at myself,
They're no longer white.
they're no, they're no longer white. They are they were now red or something like that. So yeah, that was my first experience with the Zunde. It is, I'm going to do this for the next 2 weeks.
Yes.
Walking around this place and sleeping in this classroom and all. But that was an experience.
It was really.
Did the girls carry the bags?
They didn't.
We carried them for.
We did that for them. I'm sure it wasn't hard labor. Please don't disappoint me, Wesly.
No.
Not.
It wasn't. It was fun. Why? Because we were together. Like we were with others.
Yes, exactly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Where boys do things. Vagabatana.
It's always nice. It's always nice.
Yeah.
It's always nice.
Yeah. And we go out to invite the community for the expo.
Yes, but for the Rusape one now,
yes,
we went to the church
first.
Yes. I'm not sure if others had to go and invite, but I'm remembering I went to the church and I chorused in the afternoon.
Okay.
A very vibrant musical session happened there, and the church was saying,
I know.
We are ready now. It was a good experience. I really enjoyed it. There was the chorus. It was my first time hearing that. I said, okay, so we actually have this song now, and I learned a lot of new Christian Adventist things that happened there. Like, it's the time where we get to share, because at association we're coming from all over Zimbabwe.
Yes.
And that these things that we only get to hear when they are shared, but that platform is only found during Zunde, because it's more casual and more
less pressure.
Exactly, and less formal than the church setup.
Yes.
So I got to learn a lot, and I really love that, especially the learning of these new choruses. I really, even up to today, I'm still struggling with that song. I still don't know it, but
who
I
led
love
the
it.
song?
It was Fuza. You was my senior.
Okay.
You was our senior.
Yes.
And
yeah, but we went out, right, to invite the community.
Wait, I'm remembering we did not go to the church together. This is my story.
Yes.
You
this
said,
is your story. Yeah. Because some of us took a nap in the morning, and you guys,
we were woken up so that we go. We were few so that we just tell the church, because we wanted the church to also help us during
to be part of
the campaign.
So I don't remember that chorus, but what I remember is that the afternoon lesson. And
there was an afternoon lesson that was done.
Yes, and
I missed that.
Yeah, and actually inviting others for the expo. Did you do that in the morning, Sunday, or Saturday afternoon?
The expo, I think it was done on Saturday.
Saturday afternoon, right?
Because I'm remembering, because when we went to the church, the head elder there was actually saying they had to go and see the sub-group so that they tell people to come tomorrow. Right. So I'm sure we would have invited the people. Okay. And also the community, the sub-group also helped to announce about that. I'm remembering now.
I like how those rural guys kind of really coordinate themselves to help.
They have a system.
New people, they do have it. It's very functional, and they really respect it so much. Yeah.
And it was a good experience for me. It was my first time traveling to Rusape as a grown person.
Yes.
And I loved it so much.
Had you been there before?
Originally it was my rural home,
Okay.
But I was very young. We moved to Mrewa when I was still young. So me as a grown-up going there, that was my first time, and I enjoyed every bit about that.
That's good.
I'm sure there's a question you're supposed to ask me, but I'm going to preempt it now.
Yes.
The distances. Please ask me about the distances.
Yes. But I'm coming there. Why? Because we were given sites, right?
Yes.
And we did our invitations. We did our witnessing for maybe Monday, Tuesday, right? Or Monday to Thursday. Then we were given another site.
Wait, you joined us the second week?
Yes, I joined you on Friday or Sunday. Right?
I'm remembering.
Yes,
now.
because we were now doing another site added to the whole
because
site.
of the distance.
Because of the distance.
Now, yes.
So we were now doing an hour to walk. I remember
it's night. Returning to the
with the combi
yes.
at night. You see now.
That was
so far. Yeah, that was so far.
it was that far.
It was that far. And I remember, what's the encounter that you had with a community member that stayed with you? I have one. I will share it.
Have one.
But I want to hear yours first.
I wanted to hear yours first, so that we relate which one is stronger.
All right.
I might need to come with a very strong memory.
Mine is funny because we witnessed to this lady. She stayed alone, but they stayed in some sort of a compound, right, where they stayed as a family. But their houses like a compound or something like that. But it was not. But it was some kind of a farm where the whole family lives, but they have their own homesteads.
Okay.
So this lady was staying alone, and she was saying, "I know my husband died and all." But she asked me one question. She says, "Give me a reminder, please."
Okay.
You know, give me a reminder, please. So I was now asking myself, and I heard that you are giving people G.
Yes.
Or let me rephrase my question. Okay. Because we came talking about this health reform thing and all. So in her mind, health reform was
medication. Okay.
So it stuck with me with
now how do you explain that now?
Yes, now see, no mama, you see that so she had a cup of tea and sugar beside bag. So just eating sugar. So now to say, no mama, the kind of pills that we can give you is the ones that stop your hand
from
eating more sugar.
Okay.
So it's difficult to tell an elderly woman that. She was so argumentative, and
information
I liked it. Why? Because they want to be patient with old people. Some maybe might not be so knowledgeable on what you'll be discussing.
There's long-standing habits.
Yes, you need to be patient.
Very patient.
Yeah, that was mine.
Mine. I have two.
Yes, you can share them.
The first one, we went to this home. It was this lovely lady. So it was promising to rain, and as we went there, she received us with so much warmth, and she had made sadza.
Talk about eating.
There was this fresh beans.
Yes.
Beans in Zunde, and the way she made that meal, and so we were shy and we were disinclining to the offer, but she insisted, and we said, you know what, if we already have made a good relationship with this woman, let's just honor her and eat. We enjoyed that meal, and to me that gesture of love to strangers who are coming to your home promising to share with you the word of God, to me it kind of, she worked the miracle on you. Like I really admired that kind of charity, and it taught me something that these different cultures and homes we visit during the Zundes, we get to be reminded of these norms in our culture, how we are supposed to take care of strangers in our society, how we're supposed to take care of the visitors who come through our doors. And I think it's still the same biblical context which God was giving the children of Israel.
Yes.
That strangers amongst you, treat them well. And for me, it really spoke to me. I'm thinking of it right now. That woman, we enthusiastically learned the Bible together, and we never had challenges or problems.
Yeah.
So I'm remembering she had a daughter who was delivering, and we had to pray for her for a safe delivery, and she had a beautiful delivery, and the mother, no longer sure now about the gender of the baby, but she had a grandchild, and she was so happy because the labor was promising to have some difficulties. But we were praying with her, and even when we would return to the central place where we were staying at the school, we would also, as the subside, would pray for her, because we'd meet and would share prayer requests. We'd also pray for her. Then the second one, it was during a health expo, and there was this old man. He was so drunk, and I had to tell him that. How did he end up there? I don't know. The health expo, we were hosting it at the bottle store.
Yes.
Pama store. So there was a beer hall. So he just stopped by out of curiosity.
Oh, you mean that shopping center where we were for our second site?
Exactly,
right,
that one. So he came, and I had to tell him that alcohol was doing him no good, because his eyes were yellow. And at school we're being taught that yellow, that's jaundice, it's the liver that's going wrong with it. So I'm telling him it would be really wise if you stop alcohol. And what he told me was, I started taking this before you were born, young man. You don't tell me anything. And that's how much I saw how much we have to be patient.
Yes.
1, 2.
Yes.
How much people need to know about how to take care of their bodies. Sometimes when you're talking these things, we tend to be shy because we want to save the person from their desires. But if we really love each other, I'm sure we would tell each other the truth that we need to cut down on certain things to keep our bodies in good health. So these are the two experiences that stand out.
Yeah, really, because I'm going to go back on the issue of the lady that you mentioned that did a small gesture of love. Yeah, I think those are the things that Jesus usually emphasizes. Those small gestures of love, they're big in God's eyes.
They are.
They are so.
That's true religion.
Significant.
Right?
Yeah.
That's true religion.
Maybe that's of it. Yeah. By the way, we shared the podium on.
That was the most beautiful part of the Zunde. That's when Zunde. I got to work with you.
Like first hand,
shoulder to shoulder. Because
shoulder.
Good liars now during the topics that I think you'd do this topic better. Please take it.
Please take it.
Because we are learning the Bible doctrine, and we worked perfectly. I love that.
I remember that
we worked so well.
Right? Thank you very much.
I really enjoyed that.
Me too.
And
I did.
When we went for the Zaka Zunde,
yes,
I was actually praying that we would be at the same side and we'd share the same.
Unfortunately,
again, but we did it. But also,
you had to experience.
Now that's the thing.
Person.
There was another brother as well. I was sharing with Tapua and Vine, this lady.
Yes.
So, and we had new members from the new subside.
Yes.
Now, for me, the Zundes were different, but the experience was still amazing.
Yes, exactly.
Now, what I was told, or the rumors I had heard about the Zundes, they were unfounded, because I would say the best time of my Christian life is there. I had to witness God's hand firsthand.
Yeah.
Well, there's this time we got lost. Returning to the site.
Tell me about it. How far was it?
No, that's the thing.
Yeah.
This was the first Sunday, the first day we had the evening service.
Yes.
And so, because of our site was very far, they had not yet established that site. So we joined the site that was closest to the camp where we were staying.
Yes.
So we got lost on our way to go, because we were climbing that mountain. that app you were talking about. We got lost, and I remember Mandina, Chadwa Mandina, he was the association president.
Yes.
And one of the experiences at the Zunde was I got to learn faith from those older than us.
Yes.
That was really nice.
Yes.
Then he said, wait, guys. So when we realized that we were getting lost, he said, wait, let us pray. Now to me, I was always taught to pray, but I never really imagined that I would pray for a way. I mean, I would figure it out the mountain either way. But then we waited.
I came this way.
I'll find it. Now it was dark. It was very dark. Then he said, no guys, let's wait and pray.
Yeah.
He made a short prayer that, Lord, we are getting lost. Please guide us. And as soon as we were saying amen, a car just lit that was going in the direction we were going, because if you'd see a car, it was definitely going to the school.
Yes.
That was the prayer answer. Then we said, no, wait, we're supposed to go that way. That's where the school is. And to me, that was me saying, okay,
I've seen it.
God is here.
God is here now.
And it really boosted my faith. And
yes.
you'll never be the same.
Yeah.
You'll never be the same.
Yeah. That's good and interesting as well, because most people have those kinds of testimonies for themselves. I remember when we were I won't mention this lady's name, but I remember her vividly. We went to a homestead. We prayed for her about something sensitive, and that prayer was answered. And it made me so emotional. But my God, I normally make these prayers when I'm in town, with the people with the same problem, but you don't. So to me, it first seems like a coincidence or something like that she got well there. But up to now, I just believe that God was working. And one thing that stood out for me was the prayer band.
Right, about that. And the song that we sing,
Buka John Tina. Who was waking us up?
Yes, that was Mafuta. Yes,
I like this song. Yashika Guva.
And the voice
that was a good song.
And the voice will be very low. I would actually enjoy singing bass.
Yeah.
Although I know I'm not a basser,
yes,
but because we'd wake up at around 4:30. Now here's the thing, I usually don't wake up that early when I'm home. But at Zunde, my schedule it changed.
It changes.
I wouldn't feel sleepy at all.
When I'm back home, right?
Yeah, and rather, here's the thing. When I was home, usually it's said I'm in my room studying.
Yes.
So I tend to be very idle, and I'm just lethargic. But when I was at that Sunday, and we had to spend these long hours walking these long distances, that was the most alive I'd ever been in a very long time. And I now understand that the science of physical activity and good health, it's very true.
Yeah,
it's very true.
You will come back refreshed and all, because you've been so active. Did you ever have an experience here Mbosa?
I had that experience the second Zunde.
Exactly,
yes. And we were given grapes.
That was in December, right?
Yeah, December,
So you had to.
Definitely.
Yeah,
but the Rusape. Now the thing was, in Rusape, the problem was there was no water. People were complaining about water. I'm remembering now. So people were not really doing any activity in their farm.
Yes.
But I'm remembering we prayed about it, and during our last day, during the last week, it started raining when we got there.
Yes.
I'm remembering.
Yes.
But still people were still not yet quit as a moment.
Yeah.
So I really didn't get the chance to get in. But I was really looking forward to that. So I think that's why I maximized on the Zaka Zunde.
Yes.
Because I've always been told that when you go to the Zunde, you see people doing their work.
Join them.
You join them.
Join
So I'm
them.
saying, I have a lot of energy here. Please use me.
Use me. We can talk as we do
Yes,
this thing.
yes, exactly.
Yeah, plus sometimes those guys are too focused on their farms and all. And when you come trying to learn with them from the word, they say, sit down.
It's very
I'm hungry.
inappropriate.
I'm preparing my food here for
Very
my family.
inappropriate.
And it's very inappropriate. So join them.
I'm sure you wouldn't want somebody to disturb you when you're doing your.
Yes, I wouldn't want.
So yeah,
I wouldn't. Really.
there are these life lessons we learned, and we will always learn it. Zunde. Like, you need to be appropriate, and it's. I'm really grateful for that experience. I'm very grateful.
How many times did you cook? Listen. Alright, were your cooking skills improved with Zunde, or you always had cooking skills?
So, fortunately for me, I've always been a very good cook because I did food and nutrition all level.
Alright.
Yes, and I love this so much.
Okay.
But rather, I was very innovative about our cooking. I remember the ladies were actually saying, "Oh wow, you can do that." Because the day we were on duty,
yes,
we made a very nice meal that was very delicious and very appetizing. But yeah, it was the collaboration. It was really nice working together. I really enjoyed that. It's a good feeling.
Yeah, so
it's a very good feeling.
I want us to get into the music thing, then we but for mine, unfortunately, we were given the first meal.
Right.
I was assigned the
and
first
you're
meal.
Still getting used to the situation.
Yeah, still getting used to the situation. This is the first time cooking for a lot of people.
Yes.
And obviously, as guys, we were allocated to salsa. So we never had problems with the salsa now. But the relish now. So the girls were not used to the pots. So plus beans are definitely sensitive to it, whatever.
These are beans are
yes, exactly.
I remember. I remember.
I didn't sleep that day. I didn't sleep that day. Like and other guys, I was the one who cooked the beans.
No, it was your group.
Yes, but
you are responsible.
And I think everyone who cooked after our group
they
was now more careful.
Yeah, exactly. Because the people were now referencing. Now it makes. I'm remembering why there was this beans that was
exactly.
Very smoky.
No. Then I remember this other rice I don't understand that. Nothing actually said after eating. Was Blessing came and said, guys, they're not allowing me rice. Then after said, there's rice today. Which means he had finished the whole meal. And he realized this is rice.
This is rice.
It was so,
very, very,
yeah.
It's part of the experience,
but we learn.
They're very good experiences, and
we do learn. Yeah. So you mentioned something when we started about music, I've known you for some time. And I see that you sing in the shoot. Yeah, they are all over the social media. The churches are invited. It's a big group, by the way. Youths doing God's work. How adorable! So, your experience with the shoot. Did you find it there, or you found it there?
Come again?
Did you find it there, or you are the one who found it?
I'm one of the original members, one of the founder members.
Wow. With who?
I have a friend, Prince. We started the group when we were still in high school. But we were just singing Christian songs. But then after high school, we decided to make it a church group.
Church group, yes.
That was when we finished our A-levels.
Yes.
Then we started as a small group, a smaller number. Then we decided, how about we extend this invitation to other youths out there?
Yes.
And it became a choir. That was in 2020. And it became a choir. Then there was lockdown. Many because we were on the long holiday after A-level. And most of the guys, they went to universities abroad. So the group sort of died.
Kind of died, yeah.
Then in 2022, 2 years later, we got an emergent invite. then we had to mobilize the few who were there. Then we went and sang. Then we said, you know what, let's do auditions again and restart this thing. And we restarted this strong canal.
Yeah.
And from there up until now, we have been active in the ministry.
Yeah, that's good. May God bless your ministry, and I'm being blessed too. I listen to the music, and I think we are so privileged in our church to have as many denominations in different places, because you get to travel and minister to Saranda Tomubanas. He's a busy guy.
I'm not sure busy is the word.
Yeah, busy is the word. It should be the word, But so, how is your music influenced your ministry at large?
Okay. The music, my personal ministry,
or your personal ministry?
Okay. So music has been one of the things I'm very good at for God.
Amen.
And also teaching and preaching, as you know.
Yes.
So I've always tried to blend the three. For the group, I'm a songwriter, and as I'm writing the songs, I'm trying also to bring about the correct doctrine and teach the correct doctrine in the songs.
Yes.
And so the music has been an instrument for me to combine all these talents into one
thing,
and it has kept me busy, and sometimes it has allowed me to be a better Christian, because you don't want to be this hypocrite who sings one thing and they do the other. So music, it has been one of the things that has kept me in check. Like it's more of an accountability situation where I have to be better.
Kept busy.
Exactly.
Yes.
So that's what music is.
Yeah, and on that note also, I remember we normally have music lessons in our churches, right? Associations, Zunde. We normally have these English lessons, and most of them are about music. There's this wave of musical groups in Zimbabwe, especially a cappella groups, that is on the rise. It has always been on the rise from maybe 2010 to 2009 up to now, and people are coming up with this kind of picture on a cappella groups. And what do you think you're doing different? And you could, yes, I know you don't have all the advice, but you might have some maybe views on how others can navigate their own a cappella groups, because most of the things that others are doing is being criticized as maybe wrong, inappropriate for church and all. What are you doing in a group that you think can benefit others? So
after my first Zunde experience, my faith was put on another level, and in the group where I sing with some friends who were learning it at university.
Yes.
So they also had the similar experiences.
Yes.
So both of us now, when we would come and we want to sing together, we really viewed it as equally important as preaching.
Yeah.
So we said we want to be Christians who sing, not musicians.
Yes.
Did you get it?
Yeah. You're not.
So we are Christians.
You can explain on that. Yes. Yeah.
So what it means is we want to love God. We want to follow God first before we do the singing. So that makes us different from anyone who's talented and has been given a gospel song to sing.
Wow.
Our songs are supposed to be reviewed in our lives.
Yes.
Before we actually sing them. So we have these devotionals we do. We read the Adventist Quarterly, the Spirit of Prophecy books. Currently we are doing messages to young people. So we give each other turns. We have these groups that we have inside. we given tasks on a weekly basis. That this group we are taking us for devotionals on a daily basis. So every day I check the WhatsApp group and I see there's a message there for me, and I will need to read it and react to it and discuss it. So it keeps us in check, and we're reminded that we're not just singers, but we're Christians who sing. So we have always tried to have that. It also keeps us safe from the pride that grows from being in the spotlight.
Yes.
Already we have an advantage that it's a choir, so usually the spotlight
it's
limited. But also we try to allow the song. So when a new song is introduced, we first discuss the song, what it means, what the words are, because oftentimes it becomes a cycle of just singing the song but not really being conscious to what the song says. So we actually discuss what the song is talking about, so that when we are singing the song, we know what it means first, and we express the song better because it has spoken to us first. And I think just being better Christians, it makes you better at everything else you're going to do for God.
Yes. And I've observed, as I maybe try to explore music, that it's a tendency of many arts to pick up bad associations as they go. Maybe something that's like what we were discussing earlier on, that era always is defined from what is true. Right? So if arts, they have a tendency to pick up bad associations. By the way, arts are not so abstract like maths. Maths can never pick up bad associations because 1 + 1 will always be 2. Yes. So yes, being better Christians, is it the thing that's keeping bad associations away from your ministry, guys? Because I know, right? I think, not I know, I suppose that there's always that possibility.
And I'm not going to disrespect your intelligence by lying to you. As humans, we're not perfect.
Yes.
And I'll be lying if I say this has been the only thing that works or has been working effectively. It has been working for some, and we are different people, and in our Christian journey we are facing different temptations, and we are at different levels of growth. But I think what we can appreciate is growth. That someone is moving from one step of faith to the next step of faith. For some, they still love music, because every time we're having auditions, we're having new members. Of course, there will be Adventists in good and regular standing, because we always take their recommendation letters from their churches. But they just grew up being taught to sing well, and that's enough. You are singing, so you don't need the word part of it, because you see that they are singing, but when it's not divine service, they are now on their phones. I've noticed that in a lot of musicians. But now what we pray is we try our best as humanly possible. We pray for each other, that we all have the same love for the mission and the same love for God. And we would also ask for your prayers. Just continue praying for us. We're not yet there.
That's an invitation for everyone to pray for them.
Just pray for these ministers out there. They will definitely need the prayers.
I really appreciate your ministry, and I really appreciate also all the guys who have joined you in that ministry. I've seen most of your I've listened to most of the songs, and to me they personally minister to me, and I hope people are being ministered to out there. And those young singers, maybe you are in Form 1, Form 2, and you want to start this thing, you can get some inspiration from them, or you can join them. Whatever you want, either works, because we are trying to do one thing here.
For the same master.
Yes, for the same master. So music in your family. I've seen a video once. I won't share it with you guys, But I've seen it once when you were singing with your mom and dad and your brother and your. That was beautiful, by the way.
Yeah,
I really appreciated it, right? And I said, no, this guy must be enjoying, because imagine people who you grew up with. You see them every day, but you have time to sit down, welcome the Sabbath in song.
It's been one of the pleasures at home.
Yes.
So growing up, my father is a singer, and we were raised in a musical environment.
That's good.
So music has been one of the things that I loved at a very early age.
Yeah.
And it's been one of the things that also keep us together. No matter how busy the schedules are, we know Friday evening we are laying aside everything else. We just chill as a family, we randomly sing songs, Macapella Company, and some original songs, just having fun, some humor songs as well. It's been refreshing, and I think I have a setup for my family, because it's going to be a very musical family. I've seen how much it has an influence on the children as they grow up. Like, it gives this nostalgic feeling that, oh, this song I used to listen to it when I was young, and the words they will hit differently. So that's a beautiful childhood memory that has been created.
You might not be singers, guys, but I think what you're saying is quite important for the rest of us. Yeah, most of us are not good singers and professional singers, but we can just try to put that aspect in our families.
It's very important.
I think a family that sings together could never shout at each other. Could never maybe be violent against each other. His siblings will be, just as he was mentioning, that people sometimes are amazed at the unity or the friendship that exists. Yeah, I think I do appreciate that so much, and I think it has helped you, because I see how you relate with us. It's always jovial to have you around.
Likewise.
Have I ever told you that? I have. I think I have. Because it's always interesting. Like, you lighten up the mood.
You have that influence as well.
Yeah.
I'm sure game recognizes game.
Does it?
I'm very sure about
really?
that. Yeah.
Okay.
It takes two for a good moment.
It takes one to.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so that's good. And maybe to wrap up, you mentioned something about excellence, and from what I've seen right now, you're in part 5. You're a medical student, and I can see where you're going. I'm no prophet, but a reasonable person who can tell that this guy is going somewhere. And with your music, there's excellence. Is there any passion in it?
So you need either of the two.
Yeah.
Because one excites the other. So when there is passion, it inevitably excites excellence.
Excellence, yes.
And when there's excellence,
inevitably,
unavoidably, there will be
passion. You'll be passionate about
something that you're so good at, you're definitely going to love it. Something that you love, you're definitely going to be good at. So I think it's been a mixture of both. You love something, you put your hard work, it turns out to love you back. Or you put a lot of hard work and you get good results, you tend to love it. So either way, I think you just need either of the two, and at the end of the day, you love both.
Spend time with it.
Love it so much.
Put effort.
Some philosophers, they say you need at least 10,000 hours of doing one thing and you become a master at it. So 10,000 hours, I mean, how many hours have I been singing since childhood? It's not more than 10,000 hours.
Yeah, it's not more than 10,000 hours, yes.
Hours have I been studying? It's been more than that. Yeah, I'm not... that is a very sensitive topic, but I hope you're getting where I'm going.
Yes.
The more time you spend with it in hard work and the Lord blessing, definitely start loving.
Yeah, that's good. So it's been nice talking to you.
Likewise,
I think I've learned a lot again, because I never get to sit down with you and not learn something new, no, not it's rare. It's unheard of. It doesn't happen.
I'm sure the same is said whenever I'm always looking forward to seeing you. I know there's always this complicated theory that you always want to share.
Come on.
Saying,
You're not making me
so tired. Bro.
Come on. Come on. You should.
It's always
really
refreshing.
this
always refreshing. Yeah, this deep thing, I love that. It's always refreshing.
And I thank God for that. I thank God for you and for your family and for where they have influenced you to be, for your friends and for your service in terms of music and your presence in my life.
It's always been a
Guys, try to make friends of God's children. Always.
It's a good thing.
Good company influences good habits.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say okay, but it's fine. So thank you very much. I hope you had a good time here.
Thank you for having me.
I'm going to have you back.
I would love
definitely.
I would love
definitely
that.
with someone else because I know Panama stories they need someone else.
There's a lot of detail that needs to be recorded.
So you might miss something and so thank you very much for this opportunity and
thank you so much for having me.
I hope you enjoyed.
I did good.
Thank you so much.